Hey everyone, welcome back to All About Skincare. So glad you're here for this one, because today we're talking about an ingredient that I genuinely believe is one of the most underappreciated actives in all of skincare. It doesn't have the dramatic origin story of retinol or the glamorous reputation of vitamin C, but in terms of what it can actually do for your skin, quietly, consistently, and for virtually everyone, niacinamide is in a league of its own. We're talking about vitamin B3, specifically in its cosmetic form as niacinamide or nicotinamide. Today we'll cover what it is, how it works inside your skin through several distinct mechanisms, what the latest science says, who should use it and at what age, and, very importantly, how to combine it with other ingredients for maximum results. Let's get into it. Niacinamide is the amide form of vitamin B3, one of the essential B vitamins that your body uses for fundamental cellular processes. Unlike some other skincare actives that were discovered through cosmetic research, niacinamide has deep roots in medicine. It has been studied in dermatology for decades, both as a treatment for conditions like pellagra, the disease caused by severe B3 deficiency, rosacea, acne, and psoriasis, and as a preventive and restorative cosmeceutical for everyday skin health. What makes it truly special in a cosmetic context is something that most actives simply can't claim. It is genuinely multifunctional, and its different benefits operate through different biochemical pathways simultaneously. Most ingredients do one or two things well. Niacinamide does 6 or 7 things well, at the same time, without irritation, and for essentially every skin type. That's an extraordinary profile. Clinical studies consistently show significant improvements in visible signs of aging with concentrations as low as 2% to 5% applied topically, which means you don't need an aggressive formulation to see real results. I want to bring in a passage from one of the most comprehensive recent reviews on this ingredient, because it captures perfectly why niacinamide has earned such a strong position in modern cosmeceutical science. The paper is titled, "Mechanistic Insights into the Multiple Functions of Niacinamide, Therapeutic Implications and Cosmeceutical Applications in Functional Skincare Products," published in the journal Antioxidants in March 2024 by Cynthia Marquez and colleagues from the Lausanne University Hospital in Switzerland. It's indexed in PubMed Central and it states, "Niacinamide has been widely leveraged as a multi-purpose anti-aging ingredient. Therein, it was shown to significantly reduce cutaneous oxidative stress, inflammation, and pigmentation. Overall, through multimodal mechanisms, niacinamide may be considered to partially prevent and/or reverse several biophysical changes associated with skin aging." That phrase, multimodal mechanisms, is the key. It means niacinamide isn't doing one job through one pathway. It's working on several fronts simultaneously, which is exactly why it produces such broad and consistent results across such a wide range of skin types and concerns. Let me walk you through the main mechanisms, because each one is genuinely impressive on its own. The first and perhaps most important is barrier repair. Niacinamide stimulates the synthesis of ceramides, the lipid molecules that form the mortar between your skin cells, holding moisture in and keeping irritants out. When your skin barrier is compromised, everything else goes wrong. You get dryness, sensitivity, redness, increased reactivity to other actives. Niacinamide rebuilds that foundation by increasing ceramide production and other key stratum corneum lipids, which directly translates to better hydration, less sensitivity, and a more resilient skin surface. This is why it's particularly valuable for people with eczema-prone, reactive, or post-procedure skin. The second mechanism is sebum regulation. Niacinamide has been shown to reduce the activity of sebaceous glands, which means less excess oil on the skin surface, and less oil means less clogged pores, less shine, and over time, a meaningful reduction in acne breakouts. This is one of the reasons niacinamide has become such a staple in formulations for oily and acne-prone skin. The third mechanism is hyperpigmentation reduction. Niacinamide interferes with the transfer of melanin, the pigment that causes dark spots, from the melanocyte cells that produce it to the surrounding skin cells that display it. It doesn't block melanin production entirely, like some more aggressive brightening agents do, but it significantly slows down its distribution, which results in a gradual but real improvement in uneven skin tone, post-acne marks, sunspots, and overall radiance. Clinical trials have actually compared niacinamide 4% directly against hydroquinone 4%, the gold standard pharmaceutical depigmenting agent, and found comparable brightening results with a significantly better tolerability profile. The fourth mechanism is anti-inflammatory activity. Niacinamide stabilizes mast cells in the dermis, cells that, when triggered, release inflammatory compounds responsible for the redness and flushing associated with rosacea and sensitive skin. By keeping those mast cells calm, niacinamide directly reduces visible redness and reactive behavior over time. And the fifth mechanism, which is getting increasing attention in the research community, is its role in cellular energy and DNA repair. Niacinamide is a precursor to NAD+, a molecule that your cells use for energy production and for repairing DNA damage caused by UV radiation and oxidative stress. As we age, NAD+ levels in skin cells decline, and niacinamide topical application has been shown to partially restore them, which has implications not just for surface appearance, but for the actual biological health of your skin cells at a deeper level. Niacinamide is one of those rare ingredients where the age recommendation is essentially, whenever you're ready. There is genuinely no lower age limit. Teenagers dealing with acne and oily skin can benefit enormously from it. People in their 20s can use it for prevention and as a barrier-supportive foundation for the rest of their routine. Those in their 30s and beyond will find it invaluable for its anti-aging, brightening, and barrier repair properties. It is non-irritating, non-photosensitizing, safe to use morning and evening, and appropriate for every skin tone and type, including the most sensitive. As for limitations, they are minimal, but worth knowing. At very high concentrations, typically above 10%, some people experience a temporary flushing or tingling reaction, particularly on sensitive skin. This is usually a sign that the concentration is higher than needed. The research consistently shows that 2% to 5% delivers excellent results for most concerns, and 5% to 10% covers the full spectrum of benefits without exceeding what most skin tolerates comfortably. There is also the old myth, which has now been thoroughly debunked, that niacinamide cannot be combined with vitamin C. Old chemistry suggested they could form a compound that caused yellowing and skin flushing, but this reaction only occurs at extremely high temperatures and concentrations that no real cosmetic product would reach. At normal formulation levels and at skin temperature, they are perfectly safe and highly effective together. Niacinamide is beautifully flexible in terms of how and when you use it. It works just as well in the morning as at night. Unlike retinol, it has no photosensitivity concern, so feel free to use it in both your AM and PM routines if you want to. In terms of format, you'll find it in serums, moisturizers, toners, and even cleansers. A serum or a moisturizer containing 5% niacinamide is the most reliable way to get consistent delivery at an effective concentration. For combinations, niacinamide pairs spectacularly well with hyaluronic acid. Both support barrier function through complementary mechanisms, and together they create a deeply hydrating, protective, and calming layer for the skin. With vitamin C in the morning, as we just discussed, they work synergistically on brightening and antioxidant protection. With retinol at night, niacinamide is probably the single best companion ingredient. It buffers retinol's potential for irritation by reinforcing the ceramide barrier that retinol sometimes compromises in the adaptation period, making the combination far more tolerable for beginners. And with salicylic acid for oily and acne-prone skin, niacinamide complements the exfoliating action of the BHA by keeping the barrier intact and reducing post-inflammatory redness after breakouts, a particularly valuable pairing for anyone dealing with active acne and its aftermath at the same time. Niacinamide is, genuinely, one of the easiest recommendations I can make for any skin type at any age. It's not glamorous or dramatic, it's just exceptionally consistent, well-researched, and kind to your skin in ways that most actives simply aren't. If there's one ingredient you could add to your routine today and feel confident about, this is it. If this video was useful, please give it a like. It really helps this channel grow and reach people who are looking for exactly this kind of honest, science-backed content. And if you haven't subscribed yet, this is your sign. Hit that button and the notification bell so you never miss a new upload. We're building a full library of ingredient guides here, and there is a lot more coming. I'll see you in the next one. Take great care of that skin.